Hi and welcome back to Cut the Crackle. Today we're going to be taking a look at 4 new custom minifigures the lovely people over at minifigures.me were kind enough to send me. These are based on the Amazon Prime show, The Boys. Although it's based on a comic book and is set in a world where superheroes exist, it is definitely not made for kids. Also, be warned, if you haven't yet seen the series, there will be spoilers. Even though minifigures.me sent me these for free, all opinions will be my own. So if I don't like something, you can bet your best anal exploding butt bomb I'm gonna tell you. If you do like the look of these minifigures or anything else from minifigures.me, be sure to use my new discount code below to get 10% off your order. Alright, let's take a look at them. First up we have Billy Butcher as played by Carl Urban, and blimey, have they done a great job in nailing the face design on this figure. That is so spot on. The expression perfectly captures Billy's character as well. It must be difficult trying to adapt an actual person into the established minifigure style, but I have to take my hat off, this is damn near perfect. Billy also comes with this crowbar piece from when he went up against Translucent. That really should be in black, but I don't mind the addition of a bit of colour here. Speaking of colour, despite his dark demeanour, Billy is very fond of loud, flamboyant shirts. The designers have really made a commendable effort in replicating one on his torso design, and at first glance it looks pretty good. It's just when you start examining it in more detail I feel it starts to fall apart a little. It's just too detailed for the LEGO format, and I think they could have done with simplifying the design. It's odd to say, but it's probably too accurate. Another thing I'm not 100% sold on is this cloth piece they've used for Billy's trench coat. The fabric they've used is pretty thick, but it's not scratchy like the cape material LEGO reverted back to recently. And even though it covers the legs, you can still move and pose them thanks to the little cut at the bottom. I don't know, I'm just not sure it looks right. It doesn't really look like a coat to me, just a bit of fabric that's been wrapped around the figure. It looks worse from the sides and the back. It's not as bad around the front, but I'm still not sure about it. Then we have Billy's young protege, Hughie. He is probably the closest the boys has to a main character, as it's through his eyes we're introduced to this world of deplorable superheroes. Once again, the designers have done a magnificent job in capturing the likeness of the character in that face print. This looks just like Jack Quaid. Before A-Train killed his girlfriend, Hughie was actually a fan of the Seven, and you can see on his torso he is even wearing a t-shirt emblazoned with their logo under his shirt. Hughie comes with the trigger for the bomb the boys plant up Translucent's backside. It's just a walkie-talkie piece with a plain 1x2 tile on the front, which works, but it would have been nice to have had some printing on that. There's also no printing on the back of Hughie's torso, which is unusual for minifigures.me, but they more than make up for that by including a truly fantastic alternate face print. Going off the amount of blood here, this is meant to be from when Hughie has just popped his cherry in gory fashion by painting the walls with Translucent's insides. Speaking of Translucent, this might be my favourite minifigure yet. The accuracy on this fig is second to none. They've really done an incredible job. This looks just like that invisible retrobait prior to his spectacular demise.
Translucent doesn't even mean invisible. It means semi-transparent.
Finally, we have the main villain of the series, the world's greatest superhero, Homelander. And bloody hell, this is just superb. Just looking at this figure honestly makes me smile. Even though he is an evil sociopath, Homelander does have a pretty kick-ass costume, and this replicates that stunningly. I'll admit, at first I wasn't sure about that face print. The smile is so wide and big, it's borderline uncanny valley, but it does encapsulate the gargantuan smile Homelander has. The torso print is fantastic as well. Really love how that detailed texture with the twin shades of blue and the belt design flows seamlessly over onto the hip piece. That quality of printing continues all the way down the legs to his boots, but sadly is missing on the sides of his legs. LEGO often do this as well, but it still really jars for me. When you have a figure with a design like tall boots or a long coat that covers the front of the legs, but is conspicuously absent on the sides. Around the back we can get a better look at this custom printed cape piece that honestly looks just so great. The print on that stars and stripes design is so crisp. Again, it's a thicker material than we typically see from LEGO, but it doesn't feel any lesser in quality. Underneath the cape, Homelander actually has some nice printing on both the backs of his legs and torso, which is nice, but I can't help but wish they had used a budget for this on the sides of the legs. Like Hughie, Homelander also comes with a alternate face print. This one has a much more menacing expression and shows him getting ready to use his laser eyes. Overall, despite a few mixed feelings about Billy's jacket piece and torso design, I am massively impressed with these minifigures. The face designs are some of the best yet from minifigures.me, and I can't praise enough how great a job they've done in translating these characters into minifigure form. If you like the look of these or anything else at minifigures.me, remember to use my new discount code to get 10% off your order. What do you think of these custom The Boys minifigures? Let me know in the comments below, don't forget to like, and as always, if you haven't already, be a hero and hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Laters.